Hi everyone, and welcome to another reading. In today's reading, we're looking at messages from your spirit guides. I decided to keep the subject of the reading pretty open just because, I wanted any energy to come through that you might need to hear now during this current step in your journey. So without further ado, I have prepared 3 different pre-shuffled oracle piles for you guys, and let's go through them one by one. We have pile number 1 with communicate, pile number 2 with celebration, and pile number 3 with change your tune. Please make your pile selection based on your intuition, and I will see you in your reading. Bye! Hi everyone, if you selected pile number 1 or talk to the moon, communicate, this is going to be your reading. Messages from your spirit guides. Communicate. Let's get your runes first. We have Othala, which is a family rune. Oftentimes it's associated with inherited ancestral power, inheritance, like a physical inheritance, or some sort of a gift. We also have Rado, which is joy, or wheel, rune of communication. We have Saturn in Scorpio with inheritance. Interesting inheritance theme is going on here. We have Moon in Libra with companionship. And we have Venus in Libra with indecision. Alright, let's get into your tea leaves here. We have Scales, keep your life in balance. We also have Vine, seek out information that will help you. We have Candle, you will be shown the way. We also have Table, hard work ahead. We also have Wind Chimes, peace and harmony. And finally, we have Arrow, you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Wow. Let's get your tarot cards, pile number 1. We have Ace of Wands. We have the Star. Beautiful. We have Justice. We have 5 of Swords. We have the World. Beautiful. Alright, pile number 1. There are a lot of messages coming through from your spirit guides, and it's pretty exciting, so let's get straight into it. With talk to the moon and communicate, right? There is an emphasis in your reading on maintaining a connection with the divine, basically with the source, as you move through transition in your life. Your spirit guides today are here to tell you about a transition that is going to be occurring very soon, and you are basically given this, kind of like an update. Hey, like, this is your sneak peek into the future. We're letting you know that. And one of the important messages that you can take away from this reading is try to maintain your sense of spiritual identity and your connection to your own practices, to the divine, whatever you might call it, but try to really maintain and invest your energy in that through this transition, because there's going to be a lot of energies that are flushing in whenever we move through a massive transformation in our life. Obviously, these energies are a lot to handle, and when you shift your vibration rapidly, obviously there needs to be not only a sense of grounding but also a sense of purpose or a sense of clarity and vision for the future. And you're really asked, pile number one, to clarify what it is you want from your future, because you are on the verge of really a positive timeline basically in your life. And let's move through your cards here. So with Talk to the Moon and Communicate candle, you will be shown the way. It's likely, pile number one, that this reading has found you at the time in your life when you lack a certain needed clarity. Perhaps you've already started working on some sort of your own pursuit, your own creative idea, or maybe you have just realized that, okay, I am really looking for something new in my life. I'm looking for a new start. I'm really ready for this fresh energy to come in, right? Because you will be shown the way, keep your life in balance. Basically, everything suggests that you are in the unknown, and a lot of the elements right now obviously are outside of your control as you're waiting for fate to also orchestrate its part. So obviously that's very important to keep yourself grounded and continue, having faith and not let certain events emotionally dysregulate you as easily just because you want to smoothly transition into this new beautiful exciting life with this Rido rune here, or the wheel that is moving you forward in life here. With arrow, or you're on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Seek out information that will help you, right? And hard work ahead. Pile number one, it seems to me that there's something that's calling your heart right now. Now with Ace of Wands here, we're seeing a story of an artist basically. You're having a creative spark, a creative inspiration to really move the direction of your life. I'm like hearing the wind chimes here. You are redirecting yourself and really trying to honor a sense of joy and excitement within you. And you're really trying to reconnect with your childlike side, with things that were really exciting to you as a child. So maybe whatever it is that's calling you is very, very fresh and new, and it's something that you really, really loved as a child, or maybe as a child you could see yourself doing that, okay? So something is calling you, something creative here, and you are fantasizing about it and ready to dive into action here. Now, even if this creative idea does not make sense within the confines of your own regular life, clearly with arrow here, you're on the right path. This particular excitement within you right now, it's calling you towards your destiny, okay? It's meant to activate within you at this particular point in your life, and you're meant to follow it because it would lead you to the fulfillment of your wish here with the star. So for a lot of you, this definitely feels like fame and creative recognition for your work, for something that you've been passionate about since you were a child. There's definitely this new energy of you following some sort of a divinely inspired action or an idea, and you moving through the project that is actually, it is this project precisely that will allow you to blend with your destiny, or you living in your dream life here, pile number one. With justice following the star here, clearly there needs to be a rebalancing in your life. So what I'm sensing here, basically, perhaps you've tried to accomplish this before but it didn't work, you know what I mean? But that was not because your skill wasn't good enough. It wasn't because you were not meant to be an artist in this capacity. It wasn't meant to discourage you like that. It was only because you were dealing with like residues of old energies, whether karmic or psychological, whatever it might have been. There has been an energy that has been blocking you. And with justice here and with the wheel being emphasized in your reading, we're getting a sense that finally, you have shedded some sort of a darkness challenge in your life. You've worked through something internal, and the energy is open for you to really pursue something creative and to truly, truly make your dream come true this time around. So it's not going to be like all of the previous times around, and it's really important that you are allowing your childlike curiosity to move through and to follow your excitement ideas. Just because honestly, I think what is important here is that reconnection to a sense of joy and wonder and creativity rather than the particular project. Okay, that's what I'm sensing here. Like, whatever it is that's calling you, please do it. It will raise your vibration. It will be so beneficial to your soul, to your heart, to your being, and it will also be an important project in your life that will lead you towards your destiny here with Athala and Raido. Now with Athala here, it might have been something that you've done as a child and then forgot about. Like maybe you've taken piano lessons and you have not played piano in 10 years, and now you're like, oh, I really want to write music or something like that. This definitely gives me a feeling of this being something that you've tried as a child, or this running in your family, like this skill running in your family. So for instance, maybe you are the black sheep of your family who's done something very different for work as everyone else, but perhaps because of that you have been disconnected from your strength that have been inherited from your family. So basically what I'm saying here is basically there are certain gifts that are activated in your life now that are genetically like it within you. So you can look back at your grandmother and aunts and uncles and throughout your family and tree line, you can really see that skill or whatever that is calling you, it has been kind of there in one vicinity or another. There is another message that is obviously coming through very strongly with Athala and Saturn in Scorpio here, and inheritance. There is a possibility of some sort of an inheritance or some money coming your way. Like there's definitely some money coming your way that is related to your family somehow. So I'm not sure whether it's because you're just owed some money that you don't know about or something along the lines, but your spirit guides are also coming through to tell you that there is a significant upgrade in your financial well-being, and it's not necessarily a result of your work, but rather a result of your family line. Like literally you're just upgrading collectively as a family, as well as through maybe your relationships within your family. Pile number one, if you feel like you've been struggling in one aspect of your life or another for a long time, and that aspect felt like very chaotic for you, like you constantly had internal shifts about the perception of whatever it is that is important to you, something in your life that really had a block in it, congratulations, that block is finally being moved away. Basically you've done the work, the energy has finally shed, all of the residues of energy are free, and you are in a new world. So definitely don't expect things to be like they were before now, pile number one, okay? Because you're definitely in the unknown, you're definitely in the quantum, moving through the world in a much more beautiful and lighthearted way than you were before. And that's what your spirit guides are basically telling you about. They're telling you, don't worry, things will be much easier. Keep your sense of faith, really look up to the moon, communicate what it is you want, and maintain faith and integrity in things working out for you, because with the star, your dream is coming true here. My apologies about the barking dog. I hope it's not too annoying. It's my in-laws dog. Also, I can't help, this is a very specific message for those of you who are single and who really have been feeling like there is a block in your romantic life. I mean, with Moon in Libra and Venus in Libra, there is a message of, your relationships being in this kind of like a stagnant state in your life where there's no clarity, where there's no understanding, for that situation to really start smoothing out with Moon in Libra with companionship. So basically, for those of you who are single and really are looking for your one and only, but you feel like, oh my gosh, like it's been just like one disappointment after another, what am I doing wrong? You know, that energy that has been conflicting, it is clearing out because we have the end of the cycle here, and you're moving towards partnership, real companionship here, pile number one. But yeah, pile number one, basically your spirit guides are here to let you know that there is a massive transformation that's occurring in your life. You're receiving some upgrade in your financial reality that has to deal with your family, but there's also this energy of you stepping into the right path, and for you to finally balance out the energy of blocking, basically of blockages in your life, because you're moving towards peace and harmony. Keep your life in balance. Seek out information that will help you, right? You'll be shown the way. If you're in the unknown right now, keep yourself grounded. You are on the right path, pile number one. Don't worry. You will see that slowly through synchronicity, all of this energy starts unfolding for you, and you will not be regretting, you know, going on this right path. Just really make it clear to the universe what it is you're looking for, because the energy of karma here with the scales and justice is really ready to balance out in your favor. Like basically you are you're ready to get a break in your life financially and spiritually and artistically. It seems like there is some sort of a dream that is coming true for you, and it will be a result of you pursuing something that is calling your heart now, something new, something creative, something exciting here. So yeah, pile number one, this is all that I see here for the messages from your spirit guides. Thank you so much to your spirit guides. Thank you for doing this reading with me, pile number one. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to support me, please subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. I would always appreciate it, and it always helps me out. So yeah, thank you so much, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hi everyone, if you selected pile number two or celebration, this is going to be your messages from your spirit guides about your current situation. With celebration, this seems to be very much wedding vibes here. Interesting. Let's get your runes first. We have Ansuz. This is the rune of the artist. Also the rune that was dedicated to Odin, as it says here, and the rune of communication. And we have Isa, ice, concentration, stagnation. Wow, okay. Definitely maybe some sort of a transformation of shadow or breakthrough the ice, because the ice, Isa, is always followed by the fire energy. It's always counterposed by that. And let's see your astrology cards. We have Venus in Pisces with submission. And we also have Moon in Pisces with empathy. Interesting. So Pisces definitely could be, there's definitely like a very artistic vibe to this pile already. Let's reveal your tea leaves. We have hills with obstacles to overcome. We have chain of events that will affect your life. We have and work, achievement, success. And we have hat. You will be playing a different role. Beautiful. And finally we have haystack, karma. You will reap what you have sown. Beautiful. So let's get your tarot cards, pile number two. Pile number two's messages from your spirit guides. We have 10 of Pentacles. We have 4 of Swords. We have 2 of Pentacles. We have the Magician. And finally, we have 7 of Pentacles. All right, pile number 2. Your spirit guides are coming in to let you know that you are about to enter a completely different era of your life. The reason I say that, there are several. Let's look at your runes first. So with Ansuz and Isa, specifically I'm looking at Isa in correlation with Venus in Pisces here with submission, right? Isa is representative of inertia or lack of action or crystallization of energy. So it's a crystallization or slowing down of energy that is in permanent opposition with the energy of spirit or fire. Basically, we know that from Nordic mythology. And the reason why we have it here is because basically a lot of the times in our lives, things need to first crystallize in a certain form and then we burst through them with an energy of fire, right? There is a permanent opposition of action and disaction in our lives, and it seems to me that right now, pile number 2, you are in a time in your life where you are ready to burst through this basically ice that you have created, ice walls that you've created around yourself. Now, the reason I say that is because of Venus in Pisces with submission here, right? I'm really paying attention to this bird that is in a cage with an open door here. So this really makes me feel that in one way or another, you have not been able to receive what you want financially or success-wise in your life just because you have been keeping yourself trapped due to certain self-imposed limitations with submission here. Now, what can this be? Obviously, this just can be limiting beliefs. This can be limiting beliefs rooted in some sort of an external event or some sort of an external theme that has consumed you. It can be karmic energy, right? But with Venus in Pisces and with Moon being in Pisces, I think the reason why you have been keeping yourself in this willing, basically submission to a belief that didn't serve you is because you really relied on what other people's feel and think. So pile number 2, definitely this gives me a feeling of you having problems with boundaries. Perhaps people in your life have impacted and redirected you more so than they actually should have had the power to do. Because with empathy and with this bird basically talking to an ear, right? We have like a diamond here. It makes me feel like some sort of a relative is just telling you, no, like this is the way that it is done. This is the way that we've done it for generations. You know what I mean? There's some sort of a theme of you listening to someone and you really imposing these limitations onto yourself. You basically decided to put yourself in a cage because of other people's beliefs that have penetrated your own subconscious mind. Now, however, with Ansuz being here, Ansuz is the rune of the artist. It can also be considered the rune of cracking open, right? And that's why it makes me feel of Isa here, like the ice is finally cracking. It's the rune of language, of word, of poetry, of being able to really channel through some sort of a difficult period of time. And with Pisces placements being here, I mean, pile number 2, I'm pretty confident in saying that a lot of you guys are artists in one way or another, and it seems like this period of stagnation or this period of shadow with Isa here had really actually activated your artistic side. So what I'm getting here, basically pile number 2, is I actually have been in this position before, so I can give you an example pretty easily. So let's say you are a very artistic soul. You do, let's say you write music, you write poetry, you write songs, right? And let's say that you have also been dealing with some sort of a shadow energy in your life for an extended period of time, and you have been really trying to figure out what the shadow is. You've been really trying to deal with your mental health and just trying to find the root cause of why you're feeling a certain level of dissatisfaction with your life. Now, sometimes it is through the walking in the darkness do we find the most light, right? That's why shadow work can be so important and such a significant part of so many of our spiritual journeys process. Obviously, not everyone moves through the same kind of practices, right? But shadow work can be very important because in the shadow, there is always a revelation of light, right? And basically what I'm getting here is this period of stagnation is activating an energy of rebirth with you, and it's activating an energy in an artistic way. So for instance, like you could have gone through something particularly difficult and then you're channeling it through art. You know what I mean? Like this very much gives me a feeling of you writing poetry and writing music, or writing, or just, you know, creatively basically channeling whatever it is this limitation was, and that's how you're kind of working it through here. So basically what I'm getting is you are pursuing something creative, and through this creative pursuit, the more you basically lean into this creativity, the more you crack yourself open and get out of this ice or concentration type energy that has been pretty stagnant in your life. Now right away we know that a lot of your concern has to deal with your career, with your accomplishment, with the way that you provide for yourself, with and work achievement and success, as well as with head. You will be playing a different role. Your higher self is here to let us know that the area of your career is shifting drastically. You are ready to receive financial abundance, and this financial abundance is a result of your hard work on something that you've been putting an energy into for an extended period of time. It's something that you've cared about a lot, like something that you really want to make a skill out of, but perhaps there has been a blockage in that area for one way or another. But clearly, with obstacles to overcome and chain of events that will affect your life, you're on the precipice of basically getting yourself out of the stagnation and into the time of celebration in your life, with 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles here, right? Haystack with karma, you will reap what you've sown. You're ready to receive all of the results for the positive energy that you have been putting out there. So this gives me a feeling that maybe you've tried to accomplish this before, but there was just a blockage within you. So it wasn't meant to be at that particular time in your life. You couldn't really fulfill it to the level that would be like you would want to fulfill it to, that would give it justice. But this time around, you're ready to receive. Basically, the wheel of fortune is turning in your favor. The scales of justice are tipping in your favor, and you're finally receiving this dump of positive energy onto you. This upgrade in your financial realm is going to give you an opportunity to finally rest here. Now, it seems like the rest has less to do with you working, you know what I mean? Because we have hills, obstacles to overcome, and 2 of Pentacles here. So it's not that you're not working, or that you're just on a vacation after you receive this money. No, you are receiving some sort of an upgrade career-wise. You're receiving some sort of an opportunity. You are clearly still putting an effort and feeling like an effective and useful member of society here. So you're still working definitely here. But I think it gives you this rest on a soulful level. You know what I mean? Because you're finally no longer resisting your life. There's no longer this energy of dissatisfaction and questions like, what am I doing wrong? How do I redirect myself? You have finally found yourself in a position that you deem to be perfectly suited for who you are. You're manifesting a really good opportunity for yourself. But the reason why I say you're not going to be like relaxing, you know what I mean? This is not just, a lottery win. This has to deal with your career because of 7 of Pentacles here and 2 of Pentacles too. It seems like in the beginning, actually, even though on a soulful level you are resting, it actually fills your cup with more responsibilities. Let me show you what I'm getting here. Basically, this feels very much like there is a divine opportunity with 10 of Pentacles that is basically presenting itself to you, that is promising you a much more fulfilling life on a financial and material level. You are super excited about the opportunity. You sign up for it, but in the beginning, there is a period of you kind of balancing your usual life to what this new opportunity is. So basically, you're already feeling emotionally happy and fulfilled, and you feel like you're done with the cycle. You feel like it's time to celebrate emotionally, but in terms of what you're doing on a daily basis, you are pretty busy, and that is because you're just balancing your consciousness to your new reality. Basically, it seems like you are really trying to find balance here with this newly found abundance, because it's such a drastic shift to you in your reality. With the Magician here, clearly you're manifesting some sort of a success within a skill that you really care about, with Seven of Pentacles here looking at the products of his labor proudly. So definitely you're receiving some sort of an opportunity that you're manifesting here that is going to allow you to upgrade yourself financially. That's what your spirit guides are telling you. And this opportunity, it's not random. It's not just, a chunk of money that allows you to like open your business. Rather, this opportunity is in direct relation to what you have been working on, to your skill, to your craft, to something that you deeply care about, and something that you would be proud to present as your skill, as something that you're really good at. With Ansus being here again, maybe there is an artistic nature to your product. It could be that you had a dream of, let's say, being a writer. I know I always bring the writer example, but that's because I'm a writer, okay? So I know that I make a lot of examples about that. But let's say you're a writer and you haven't been able to get traditionally published or get the career that you wanted or the success that you wanted within the writing field. It seems like you're truly able to finally see movement in that area of your life. In fact, you're receiving more than you asked for. Because Nine of Pentacles, I would say, is a fulfillment of a wish on a material level, like you're receiving abundance and success, and it's a fulfillment of a wish or a manifestation. Ten of Pentacles is like extra abundance. You're receiving extra abundance. And basically, pile number 2, your spirit guides are here to let you know your life is about to shift. You're about to really feel like you're entering a celebration era of your life. You're about to receive success and a feeling of achievement for all the work that you have put in. You will be finally feeling like the scales of justice are tilting in your favor, and you are receiving the opportunity with the chain of events here, and had to be in a position that you so wanted to be in for an extended period of time. With obstacles being here, it's clear to me right now, pile number 2, in one way or another, energetically, you need to pick yourself up energetically, emotionally here. Because it seems to me that with Piscean energy, honestly, and having so much of an energy of an artist, it can be very difficult to like act forward and really feel like you're engaged with your life in an active way, just because Pisceans are such a fantasy, delusion, emotion related type of sign, right? So what this tells me basically is, I think you have this quality to you where you work hard and you try to fulfill your dreams, but basically because you're an artist by nature, your cup needs to be filled from within. Your cup really needs to be filled from an artistic side, and there is some sort of a process that you're involved with right now. And I don't know whether it has anything to do with you receiving abundance with your skill as per se, but you're doing something here that is artistic, that is helping you break through this energy. Now, I don't think, pile number 2, I don't think for all of you, this is precisely the project that you would be working on, okay? So I'm just gonna say that this creative thing is activating you in a way that is just needed energetically. It doesn't mean that that particular creative thing is going to be like the project of your lifetime. So please allow that energy through, like really allow that energy to activate you. Whatever it is you're working on here, whatever it is your creativity is, allow yourself to fill your cup right now, because there will be some decisions that you have to make, and there will be some certain steps right as you transition into this opportunity, that will make it feel like your hands are full and you're busy and you are in the world that you've manifested. However, obviously it's very important to stay grounded right now. This is what your spirit guides are here to tell you. Staying grounded right now as you transition through this change is going to be very, very useful, because I mean, I'm just looking at number 12 here, right? This is the last number of the zodiac. Pisces is the last zodiac, right? And it's also basically the most spiritual energy, I would say. So there's definitely a lot of spiritual energy that I'm feeling here, and a lack of connection to earth, like grounding here. So pile number 2, definitely there's a message of grounding. There's a message of filling your cup and honoring your cup and processing your shadow through art. And there is a unexpected opportunity that is coming your way. So please buckle up. You're on the verge of celebration. If you are manifesting a wedding or a proposal, there's definitely that coming, just because of the figure. There's definitely a sense of partnership here, like you are moving to the next stage in your life, and whatever it might look like for you. For a lot of you, this has to deal with your career. For others, this has to deal with finally feeling like you've built a unit or stability for you to have a family unit. But yeah, finally, pile number 2, you're getting some rest on a soulful level. But yeah, please, please, please try to keep yourself grounded through this time, because this is going to be a pretty fast transition that requires you to be on your feet and requires you to really be grounded in your own energy, just so that you can break through the stagnation period without any challenges, without any unnecessary energetic blocks and issues. So yeah, pile number 2, this is what your spirit guides are here to tell you. Thank you so much for doing this reading with me. Congratulations, you're about to reap a massive success in some way with 10 of Pentacles here and the end. So yeah, congratulations, pile number 2. Please let me know when this occurs for you, if you remember, and hopefully I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi everyone, if you selected pile number 3 or change your tune, this is going to be your reading, messages from your spirit guides. So it seems like your spirit guides are coming in to let us know about some sort of a redirection in your life. We have Fehu. This is the rune of financial prosperity or abundance, and traditionally it has been associated with cattle, because with cattle or with farming or livestock, you have to put a certain amount of energy into the cattle, right? You have to take care of that energy really well for you to be able to reap the benefits off of it. So there's definitely some sort of a story about benefiting of something that you've already invested in. Let's see. We have Mars in Virgo with criticism. We have Jupiter in Sagittarius with principle. We have Mars in Virgo with revenge. All right. Right away, there seems to be a pretty big theme of you breaking out of some sort of a family pattern, like breaking generational curse. Maybe you are the first person in your family to achieve something. With criticism, principle, and revenge, there's definitely a message basically of you proving others that you were right and they have been wrong. Let's see your tea leaves. We have man, dealings or relationships with a man. We have bag, something important such as new job or a raise. We have gong, an exciting event. We have gavel, involvement with the law. Interesting. Do you guys see how you have this hammer, ding, ding, some sort of an official announcement emphasized here 2 times? Wow, okay, let's see. We have feather with someone you know is undependable and insincere. And we have fan, romance celebration party. Romance celebration party. All right, pile number 3, let's get your tarot cards and see what the rest of your messages are from your spirit guides. What are the messages from pile number 3, spirit guides? What are the messages? What messages do pile number 3, spirit guides? We have 3 of Cups. Definitely an emphasis on celebration. We have Page of Pentacles. We have 9 of Wands. We have King of Pentacles. All right, let me just get one more card. I'm just going to move this here. And finally, okay, we got Ace of Swords, success. Let me just put it here. And we have Knight of Pentacles. I mean, there's definitely, honestly, this has been a theme in a lot of my readings recently, but there's a theme of you upgrading from page to knight to king. There's an upgrade, a fast, rapid, maybe you're getting it in chunks, like there is this chunk of an upgrade on your financial level. Okay, let me just move the cards a tiny bit and I'll be right back. All right, pile number 3, your spirit guides are coming in with a pretty massive message about your future, letting you know that you're on the verge of experiencing a much easier time with romance, celebration, party, changing your tune. I think your life for a long part of it has been really about just dealing with the external circumstance. Like for a while, just because of Fehu here, and Fehu, although it does imply financial gain, right? It implies you also doing something to get that financial gain. It implies you really understanding how to channel the energy of cattle into then receiving from the cattle in whatever ways you might need to receive from them, right? So it tells me that the part of your life before now has been about learning how the physical world rules work. You had to go through some, you know, intense energies of disturbances just because you may have been dealing with some sort of karma or some sort of agreements that you needed to flush out of your system in this lifetime. But you are ready to move past that area of your life or that era of your life and into a new tune here. Clearly, there is some sort of news that are basically taking place legally, so you might be signing a work contract with the gavel here. If you're waiting for some sort of legal paperwork, for visas, for, you know, documents to work through, this is happening just because we have both the gavel and gong, and both of these signify like a completion of something or an exciting event, right? Or something being basically legal under law. So with this, it's like there is some sort of a boom and you're done with that worry. So there's something, and maybe there's 2 things that are actually happening for you. One that is happening on a legal basis, and one that is like a celebration of that. So this could be you receiving an upgrade in your job, like maybe you're receiving a promotion, maybe you're receiving a totally new job opportunity, and then you have this energy of excitement to you and you are celebrating with the people that you love, because we see that with 3 of Cups here. Now, as I said, pile number 3, there is an energy with Mars in Virgo, with, oh, hold on a second, this is Mars in Virgo and this is Mars in Scorpio. I don't know, I have been like through the channeling, my apologies, pile number 3. In my recent channelings, I've been really confused about these placements. Like sometimes my ADHD, I think, just gets in. I need to be more cautious about it. So sorry about this. There's Mars in Virgo and Mars in Scorpio here. Both of these really make me feel like you have been waiting for your moment to really prove to others that, you know, you are what you believe yourself to be. Like, I think there might be people who live in your life still with old preconceptions of you, of the person who you used to be, or of, you know, the energies that you used to be surrounded by, and they still have that kind of perception of you, and you're very eager to break out of that perception because it's just not true, and it puts you in a box that is not necessarily belonging to you, that doesn't honor you at all. It seems like with obviously criticism, principle, and revenge here, you are finally basically shining your truth. People are seeing you for who you are, and this by default is your revenge moment. Like finally people are seeing you and giving you credit for what you've done. Honestly, this can be very much like your family situation. Perhaps, you know, you are a very accomplished and very lovable person by your friends and from the perspective of your employees and from your own perspective too. But perhaps from the perspective of your family, you're still the black sheep. People are still pointing finger. There's still that unresolved energy there because you haven't achieved something that you thought you wanted, or there's some sort of an energy of like people just thinking of you something that you don't like them thinking of you, okay, here with criticism and principle and revenge. And there's this beautiful story of you basically not fitting into these people's criticism, not listening to them, but rather you standing up in your own principles and you proving everyone right, okay? Pile number 3, we have that with Jupiter in Sagittarius here. Definitely an energy of like you rising in your own spiritual calling, just because Sagittarius and Jupiter are obviously the most lucky and plausible planet and placement here, and Sagittarius is at home in Jupiter. With fan, with gong, with 3 of Cups, it's clear to me, honestly, you might be making some sort of a public scale deal, honestly, pile number 3, because of Ace of Swords with the red carpet, and with fan being here makes me think of a fandom. Does that make sense? So there seems to me like something is occurring for you where the success is noticed by other people, okay? That's what I'm saying. Like it's not like you're going out of your way to share this with others. It's not like you're just coming in and telling your parents like, hey, I got this amazing job, but rather like people know about it regardless. It seems to me that the way that you're upgrading is so massive. To King of Pentacles with Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles here signifies time and skill. Basically, it signifies that you are finally getting success in something that has been a very slow and stagnant energy in your life. Likely, you've been feeling like I don't know how else to push through this issue. Like, what else can I do? You feel like in this area of your life, you really have been a warrior. You really had to stand your own ground. You really had to, you know, experience a lot of setbacks and perhaps negativity and forces moving against you, but you stood your ground, and this is 9 of Wands. This is the end of the cycle. You're ready to be financially abundant in a position of power here. You're definitely getting, it's like you're getting it in chunk, pile number 3, because at first you're getting some news here and then there's celebration going on of the news. You're receiving, along with the celebration of those news, pile number 3, you're receiving some sort of a first sign of you making a right financial choice here. So you're receiving some sort of a payback basically for making this choice pretty quickly, right away. You're getting a coin and you're like, whoa, like this was a good decision. Then it seems like this requires you, because you're working with, basically you would be working with a man or with a masculine energy here. Obviously you're still working and you feel like you're wrapping up a cycle here. So it seems to me that you take this opportunity, you see that it's very, very exciting. You're receiving some chunk of money first, then you feel like you need to push a little bit more, and quickly enough it elevates you into a position of power that you did not see coming at all, okay? Pile number 3, just because King of Pentacles is looking this direction and Page of Pentacles is still looking at the celebration, it seems to me that when you first get this opportunity, you might think like, well, yeah, of course this could be really good, but I shouldn't be like fluting my own flute or hooting my own horn, whatever the expression was, too much, just because you don't want to like think that it's gonna give you way too much when it's not gonna give you too much. But what is happening here is actually a different surprise. You're receiving money, you're pushing more, it upgrades you on a very, very crazy level, and I think that's why it requires a lot of strength on your behalf. Like quickly, whatever it is you're investing in here, whatever it is the opportunity opportunity that is coming your way, pile number 3, basically it quickly becomes from a page into a king. Like it moves, it like accelerates its growth. So what I'm seeing here, if you're starting a YouTube, right, your channel growth within like a week, you're receiving like, I don't know, like 10,000 of followers and hundreds of thousands of followers. You know what I mean? It's just, what I'm seeing here is basically in terms of how other people perceive your situation, pile number 3, you are jumping through hoops in terms of energy. Like you are quickly accelerating to the level of success that other people may have taken years and years and years, and into a position of power that other people have been taking years and years and years to ascend to. And with Ace of Swords and Knight of Pentacles here, pile number 3, clearly you're receiving some sort of recognition, some sort of success for something that has been a very slow and steady journey here. So what this tells me is you have been putting an effort into fulfillment of a dream, of a skill that you really cared about for a long time, but perhaps it hasn't been just coming into fruition the way that you want to. Like maybe you work within a field that is related to what you care about, but it's not what you want to do. You really want to be like this particular thing here. You really wanted to get something done, but it's been taking so long, and you had to be rational and reasonable, and you had to kind of settle down and redirect your skill a little bit. But here finally you're getting the success, the recognition, and the position of authority that you are meant to get because of some sort of a skill, something that you didn't give up on, okay, because of principle here. It's like something that your whole family is like, well, give up on this already. It's something very much gives me like childhood dreams type of vibes. You know, I'm thinking of a specific example with Paulo Coelho. He is one of the richest, one of the most successful writers in the world, right? He wrote The Alchemist. I'm sure all of you guys are familiar with it, but he is also a very, very spiritual person, right? And he talks a lot about how in his youth, his parents wanted to hospitalize him. They basically wanted to put him in a rehab facility because he wanted to be a writer. You know what I mean? They're like, yeah, good luck being a writer in this world nowadays. And it gives me the same feeling where like people have discouraged you from pursuing something here, not because like they thought you would be bad at it, not because they thought that you couldn't make it, but because they just perceived through their own limitation the world to be cruel to people like you. Like they didn't want you to follow through something just because they were like, well, it's not very reasonable, you're gonna get hurt, right? And you are finally you're coming in. Basically, I'm seeing you next vacation, if you're coming back home to, you know, your parents, or if you still live with your parents, you're coming back, you're announcing this, and everyone is in shock because, you know, finally you have achieved something that you have been trying to achieve here for a long period of time. Like you have been dreaming of having the success for an extended period of time, and this is what your spirit guides are here to tell you. It's important to know, pile number 3, that you are receiving this upgrade really fast, and it's going to come in chunks. So when you start hearing about this new opportunity to move towards, you know, your new life, maybe someone comes in and they're like, this could be someone who is your friend with 3 of Cups being here. Maybe they're like, hey, like I have this idea for a YouTube channel, can you do this for me? You guys decide to collaborate or something. When you first receive like a first kind of a check for that, or you first receive any sign of you basically being able to capitalize off of whatever is happening here, pile number 3, I'll just tell you that it's gonna be like a little push more there, and you're gonna be in a position of power that you couldn't even envision yourself being. It's like a tiny investment or a project that you seem to be like, it's gonna be fun, this is gonna be exciting, this is gonna be interesting here, I'm gonna maybe be working with my friends here. It ends up being like the biggest project of your lifetime that gives you the stability and the success that you're looking for, the fame for some of you. And yeah, I mean, pile number 3, I don't want to convolute the message here. You're ready to prove everyone that you were right to listen to the call of your intuition, that you were right to push in one area of your life or another. Like if you had a dream and you really just didn't give up on it, that is happening for you. You're finally getting a positive resolution to these years of waiting and, you know, pushing through for a life that truly belongs to you. So yeah, pile number 3, thank you so much for doing this reading with me. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.